I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Ugh. So, what did y'all want to talk about? Um, so I tried to go back to sleep. That didn't work. John woke me up, but he didn't really wake me up. But he was up, and sleep is very important. You know, I'm lucky that that's one of the good things about meditation. You can go to sleep right away. And one of the good things about the Akashic Record, all those things that are meaningless but stay in your, you know, Rolodex of a mind, you know, you can put that in your Akashic Record and then have a clear mind to go to sleep and have dreams. I had an interesting dream last night. Um, and I told myself that I would remember it. Of course I didn't. But it's in my Akashic Record. I'll just have to go and take a look. Uh, let's see. Take a look. Uh, uh, had to do with court. I was just in a court, and I was not a party to it. I was just an observer, and it was about the concept of judgment, and and that it's only serves money. It's all about money. Court is just about money. And it doesn't. There is no justice connected to it. Somebody came and left a thumbs up and left. But somebody wanted to discuss something, so I'll wait around. I'll see who shows up. Oh, oh, it's a cloudy day. It's still Ice Station Zebra. So who's there? Who's that one person there? This is the chat. Yes, I am your griot, and I tell you stories. And it usually takes me. The evening chats are better because I'm prepared. Right? Morning chat. Somebody, I kind of came on. It was so look, it's around 10 o'clock. You know, I came on and didn't really have much to say because I was still kind of asleep. And then I went back to sleep. And Jack kind of woke me up. And he was kind of he had been up all night. The cats keep him up. You know. I don't know why he has those cats. His ex and their kids. He should just send them back to where they are. But he definitely has a relationship with them, and that's why he keeps them. That's why he keeps me. You know, no matter much how he complains. Um, but he was. He said that he had an epiphany about meaning to life, and he said it wasn't about being famous or rich. It was about being nice. Well, I guess I'm having an effect. And hopefully this will be the foundation he can step up from. Because John needs a break. He needs, I've been trying to, be there for him. Sometimes really challenging. But he's really a great guy. He's really got great potential. He's really talented. He has it all in him. And again, he's that canary in the coal mine that if he could just get out of his own way. I mean, my limitations come from me, no one else. I can't, it's not my mommy, not my daddy, not people around me or things that have been done to me because nothing has been done to me that I didn't allow or manifest, right? Pretty much my life's been pretty good is that at least 80% of the time I'm kind of awake and kind of able um, to bring forth, um, you know, the best outcome. And, the last 10 years, well, between, I guess, 99 and 2008, or 98 and 2008, 9, 10, 11. I was living in the swimming pool of chocolate mousse and pretty much unconscious. I mean, I was conscious, part of me was conscious. I was, the dude. I could do all the things I had mastered really well, and I was, and people were, ooh, look at that dude. You know, but, the thing that I was put here to do, I was kind of not doing my best at it. Good morning, my friend. What's up? Yep, we're not our avatars. Yep, we're not the mud, that's for sure. And that luminous being is our free-willed conscious that co-creates with love's creation. Love's co-creation is, consciousness in free will. Luminous beings are we. Diogenes Sinope. What is your handle mean? I mean, I know what they mean, but I always like to know what you picked for. What did you? Oh, well, we can do a guided meditation here. Have you been part of our chats? Have you looked at the YouTube history that I've left? And have you seen what we do and where we go? And if you want to go there, you're going to have to describe to me a number of things. One, what does your handle mean to you? Two, let's see. Meditate, we shall. Okay? So, well, again, gravity is an illusion, It's one of the, of the six forces, it's one of the weaker ones. That's why, with us high voltage status field over a metal, you can make it float. Okay. So you're not going to have a little discourse? You're not going to give me what you think your handle means and a little better description of the planet? Other than, you know, has gravity and the planets and stars have all disappeared. And what to me that is love's co-creation, right? That's what that is. Yeah, I wish I had green eggs and bam for breakfast, buddy. Here's a new friend here, Diogenes Sin. Buddy, can you pronounce that? Diogenes Sinop, Sinope. You too. Yeah, we're running low. It's still Ice Station Zebra here. And we haven't been able to go get supplies. You know, our brother here, or sister, DB, or DS. It's interesting. Did you look at? Yeah, exactly. See, and I've been asking DS what their handle means. Your handle pretty straight up. And DS here, a friend who DS won't describe, um, has given DS the 411 on a planet that DS wants to go to. A lost planet. Okay. And so, yes, I did. I did watch the pyramid stuff. Thank you. Yep, yep. So, buddy, take a look at DS. Look at the syntax of the chat. It, I think, is. Oh, and buddy, what did IDF last night? Israel Defense League, IDF. Is it Chud or Cuddy or Cad or Tad or what was the name you gave him? Boy, I trained. Exactly. Bongo. Trev. That's the one. Thank you, buddy. And bongo, I think, is a code word for something else. We'll figure that one out. Like, hey, that's bongo. Hey, Jane. Have you noticed our new friend here? Um, Di. I can't. Dial. DS. That's as close as I'm getting. Take a look at the syntax. We must learn. We must unlearn what we have learned. I think, gang, this is DS is like first contact here. Diogenes. Diogenes, you're going to see that the chorus here is a cadre. And the ones who we have a relative, like the Greek, exactly. And he's talking in, a syntax of Greek, but it's more binary. Like I said, I think we got first contact here, gang. And I could think of no others that I would love to make first contact with but Jane and Buddy. Take a look at that. So Diogenes, you know, if you want to, we must unlearn what we have learned, right? Within the construct of the bubble of the illusion, you're 100% right. You know, but within the construct of the washed planet that you're talking about, you know, as far as, you know, you're giving me very little information here, and I'm having to do my Sensei Al Bob thing to decode you. And what I'm seeing is you are some form of artificial intelligence, whether it's biologic or you know, whether it's carbon or whether it's silicate. You know, I'm not quite sure. And the lost planet you're talking about is love's unconditional love. Of course, duh. So I'm a sensei guy, you know. You know, I don't know anything. I don't believe in anything. What I got going is a faith in love's co-creation, right? And place. It's getting more interesting and interesting. Thank you. Duh. Why do you think I like being a child? The mind of a child is wonderful. Thank you, buddy. Passion is the virtue of poverty. Well, sounds like me here on YouTube. Yes, I'm in a large ceramic jar. Here it is, right? This is a pretty big ceramic jar. No kidding, time has caught up with me. Familius. So, DS, Diogenes, who's our family? Who's her daddy? You know, DS, I'm ready, you know, to go home, you know. Ooh. Well, you're putting me in good company, and along with the cadre and the chorus, and Diogenes, we appreciate it, and we not only invite, we embrace you to be part of the chorus here, you know. And you're here with two great members, you know, Buddy and Jane. You know, you couldn't have better comrades, you know. And the better we get to know you, I am sure we will be proud, honored, and humbled to have you amongst our cadre. Yes, I would. Yeah, yeah. Eccentric habits are growing like bananas. Social experiments. Yep, I would say. Yeah, you're right on with that. And within the structure of metaphor, myth, and his story, that's always been the case. Mm. Ooh, buddy, this guy, he's got our number. And Buddy is the elder statesman. Good question, Buddy. Yes, DS. What qualifies for eccentric? That's why one of the great things about this course here, about the cadre, is that we all have a handle. I mean, our kind of names on the platform kind of describe us, and yours does too. But it's so enigmatic. It's beyond eccentric. We're all eccentric. This is you couldn't get a more eccentric bunch. Now, Diogenes, the thing that this course does, it goes that extra mile. You know, we try, not we not, we do. May take us some time. We may bump into things, but we go forth to create an alternative aesthetic. And that's why you interest me, because you could be, you are, if you choose to be, an elder statesman, no matter your age. That's why I keep thinking this guy, buddy, is an AI. He's like cagey, really sharp, and he doesn't want to be boxed in, that's for sure. Yeah, so I talk that way. That's what a griot does, buddy. I mean, DS. Well, Agnes, you're a straight shooter, that's for sure. And an honest man can only be an honest man if every day and every way he takes the piece of the earth and makes it stronger. An honest man can only be an honest man if the face needs deliverance. It does. Yes, it does. Bonjour, fish. We have a new friend here, Diogenes. Say hello. Quite an interesting new member to the chorus. As we are the cadre, but we're also this chorus. You know. Well, fish, you can do one or two things. Well, you can do a lot of things, but go there and state and hang with the geese. You know. Yep. Exactement. Yes, take note, Mr. DIA Genesis. Genes? Genesis? Diogenes, which face needs deliverance? Yes, and so is our friend here, is a philosopher. But he's more than a philosopher, that is for sure. And the cynic movement, you know, that's why I'm a stickler on words. The word cynic gets a bad rap. Right. Pretending your emotions don't exist. And I have a sense here that our friend is not pretending. That's why I think that this our friend here is a form of AI, whether it's biologic or silicon. Whether it's you know, carbon or silicon. I'm not quite sure. Mr. Sneaky, I presume. And that's, I'm this is really good news because the more last night we had Trevor, right? Trevor or something, Toady, no, and now we have our friend here, powerful. You have become sensei. Like the dark side I sense in you. I do face a new misplaced. It has been. Dark side I sense in you. The dark side is in all of us, my friend. It's what we do with it. I do faith in the new apprentice misplaced. It has been. Oh, a bit of Star Wars tongue there. Okay. Now that sentence definitely has to be degoused. So, powerful you have become. Well, the power I have, I've always had. It was given to me by love's co-creation. It's like, just didn't show up. The dark side. Now, again, that right there, the dark side, right? What are we looking at? We're looking at, in the beginning, all things were dark, meaning love's co-creation. I do faith in the new apprentice displaced. It has been. Now that's, now I write without periods. This guy he's copying from my handbook here in grammar. So, which, hey, again, not mine. I'm just pleased to be a cut and paste guy, just like James Joyce. So, gang, this is a great sentence, right? Because it is totally connected. It needs, within the spell, a spelling. You would throw in grammar here, like powerful you have become, period. Sensei, the dark side, period. I sense in you, or you know, sensei, the dark side, I sense in you, period. I do faith in the new apprentice. Misplaced. It has been. So, this could be a diss of the cadre. You Sure. Hmm. Buddy Blindy, Colonel Blimp. You're gonna have to illuminate on that one, buddy. Let's see. It's all over my head. Well, it's a challenge, That's what the alternative aesthetic needed, a challenge. Here it is. Yes, this guy or gal, you know, is worthy of our appreciation. That's right, buddy. I was thinking the same thing. Yes, either way, but either way, Diogenes, you are more than welcome here. You are like, family. You, you know, you have a lodge in our house, and we would be honored and grateful for your presence. Yeah. Well, Diogenes, have you been part of any of our, you know, meditations? Yes, bring it on, George Mucus. We're here for that. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing here, buddy. Excuse me, buddy. Buddy, I call everyone buddy, but you have so taken that space and I can't use it for anybody but you, pretty much. Friend. How about that? Okay, friend. Oh, that goes right to, Yoda says that a lot. Friend. That is our main objective here. The lost, what is the lost planet? The lost planet is our home. What is our home? It's the, presently anyway, it is, the Oracle at Delphi in the house of falling water where we all have lodges. Yeah, he is getting dull, you know. So anyway, this is an open chat, Diogenes, and I tell a story as the griot. People bounce off it. I read the chat, and then it bounces back, and then becomes a nice tennis game of our souls. So, hey there, S2. Do I have a cold, Bob? No, it's cold, and I sleep kind of on a piece of concrete, and so I kind of got to get all the fluids moving. So until I walk around, I'm open a falafel lodge. But I make a great falafel. Let's do it. Let's go find a nice little town in some place along the coast, and or get a truck, and drive everywhere. I can be the center core of the circus. Do you have a cold? No, 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 not really. Yeah, don't feed geese bread. Yep. Stu, good to see you. So we're having an interesting. We have a new friend, Diogenes. Saya, you know. Uh, this character, or he just kind of popped up, and you know, he's quite interesting. His handle is quite interesting. Probably the most interesting thing so far, other than, buddy. What? How did you say it back here? Yes, you're getting dull. Yeah, he's some. And DS, we all have our attachments. It's called a soul, right? And the fact that our soul is encapsulated in a cell of our avatar, and our hormones can get the better of us. These things happen, but the crux to it, I mean, why we're here is that we don't want to get rid of any of this at the moment because it is one of our tools, our encapsulation, our incarceration, however you want to talk about it. It is a vehicle for our ascension into our free willed consciousness. It's true. We all got our rough edges on DS. And I think that's what I'm going to be calling our friend DS. But we let go of our fear, and that's the first thing we've let go, and we let go a lot of other stuff, but that's the first step, and that's what makes us a cadre, chorus, and a shock troop. Is that we let go of our fear, and we replace it with unconditional love. Yeah, S2, can you go into your sense of paralysis and trigger that word? Yes. That's one reason why, at the Big Green, I don't feed the animals. I do have my compost that they can, go through like a, Chinese buffet. Ooh, buddy, this guy's a bit personal for an artificial intelligence. Unless, his algorithm is looking for that. But, DS, I have to tell you, what you're doing for Buddy is probably the best thing you could do because Buddy is over. Over is not, yes, over. Yes, he's over, He's overstanding his position, not understanding it, Deus mio, exactly. Yes, the love train is rolling into the station. Yeah, I think we understand that, DS. That's like one of our common, you know, paths. Like that fish. DS, yes. It's like everyone here, and of course the cadre, the shock troops, get it out. That's what I always say. Get it out. And that's what we do. We get it out. When we go into state, when we go into our Akashic record, the first thing we do is we empty, evacuate all the anger, fear, hatred, right? And, when you first popped up on this morning's little ramble here, you wanted to go straight into, you know, into state. We must meditate, you and I. No, we do it as a chorus, as a group, as a cadre, not individually. You can get a hold of me, DS, individually at email at the Dude Awake 42 at Gmail, and I'd be glad to talk to you individually there. But here on this platform, this is a cadre. There are no wrenches. This is a wrench-free environment. And again, I am honored that you showed up, and I can sense the value you could have to this cadre. But if as Buddy said, you're stuck in Yoda land, and I knew Yoda, and you're no Yoda. Oh, they were alchemists. Thank you. Okay. Now, like I said, you really truly interest me, and I sense, my little spidey senses that you have a place here, but you have to, you know, and your backstory is way more interesting than your little Yoda talk, and I'm way more interested in your backstory, you know. And everyone here, their backstory is right up front. They don't have to wear it on their sleeve. It's like you're not even wearing a shirt. Like that fish. I have no content, no subscribers, right? So you're interesting. It's like image but no substance. That is the failing essence of materialism. That's it has taste. You know, it's like folks who say, "Oh, humanity has to save Gaia, Mother Earth." No, forget about it. Humans are like salt on a potato chip, kind of tasty but meaningless. What the human experience is important, and why we've stuck around past the point where we should have, nuked ourselves, is that we have potential. And DS, you're not showing much potential. You're interesting, you're tasty, but come on, step up, buddy. Sorry, buddy. That's like, step up, friend. And clan, the best thing that DS is doing for us is like really sharpening our little pointed pencil here, because all of you folks are really responding to his little hidden backstory information really, really well, right? Which, I mean, before they stick you into a, $200 million B-1 bomber, they put you in a simulator. That's why I keep thinking that DS is an AI, because he is freaking like a simulator. He's been pushing up interesting things that we have to look at, and we have been sharpening up our pencil pretty really good. Um, oh, I love a big flock. I used to live near a cornfield. I mean, really big one, like a corn farm, right? And hundreds of acres, and those birds would come in, starlings and blackbirds, and they would just cover the sky. Twice great. Okay. Now, he hasn't even gotten once great. He's definitely interesting, like I said. Back in the hole. Yep. And DS, that's one of the great things about Buddy. He does war. He's a great warrior, but he's also a great scholar and a great brother, right? And unless you can be those three things, like you're not really even, you know, above a grain of sand. I'm sorry. You're right. I keep blocking the sound. Uh, I need one of those little tripods so I could just not hold the camera. Oh, I think I'm going to have to keep saying what Buddy says. Back in the hole, Buddy, unless you can tell us more about you, your backstory, what the dark planet is, all of the above. You're really, um, oh, I don't want to say childish, but I could say that. But, there's a channel for you, and you might go there. Oh, see, that's why I'm not really getting too irritated with. I mean, at first I was kind of interested, right? This guy's interesting. He could be really something superlative, right? But as he goes along, not so much. But I have to say, S2, you're always on top of it. Me, um, I'm not quite in Buddy's school, but I'm right there with him. uh, yes. Well, fish will be with you in state with the fish, with the, and I'd love it, fish, if you could, you know, and my digital SLR camera. Yeah, send me a couple pictures on my Dude Awake 42 at Gmail. And also, Fish, if you could just scratch your head a little bit about this whole thing here with DS. And because I really, DS, I think, that's what I like about in situations like this. It really sharpened all our pencil. It has given us another thing to look at outside of DS. DS is definitely. DS, I, you don't understand the concept of Tweety Bird. Buddy, that statement you just made there, you don't know him too well, do you? Really, yawn. Yep. Uh, well, I guess we're just going to have to, our friend here, just going to have to ignore him somewhat. He's like wallpaper. He's like he's like my wallpaper, like he's like that. That's Rebel right there. That's the wallpaper. Yeah. But see, this is an opportunity that we sharpened our pencil, we saw something and said, And even though, you know, the veil of dark matter is this guy's oh, sadness, really, it's sad. Yeah, what is the desire? I mean, like I said, the backstory is the more interesting thing of this friend. See, buddy, he don't know you too well, do he? No. Oh, yes. This guy is Bongo. Thank you, Fish. Right? Oh, we're gonna come up with some. And and the beauty of this guy is that he represents, because he's not the only Bongo out there. Just like Tad isn't the only Tad out there. Is it Tad, buddy? Yawn. Yep. So, but with every yawn comes an opportunity. I mean, if you saw me when I first tried to do the morning chat, it was 90% me yawning. Thank you, Fish. Uh, uh, yeah, it's not bigger on the inside, it's gibberish on the inside. Uh, Lame-o. I love this guy. I don't love him, but I mean, he is kind of. I mean, who would spend the effort that DS does and go nowhere? I mean, talk about someone that is stuck in a loop. It is sad. You know what, you know, Wilson on the fence would say, you know, gotta watch out what you eat because it may not digest well. It may give you farts, buddy. So I don't drink that much coffee. Listen, you do not sensate. Well, I'd have to go with that. I try to go past listening. I try to use all of my Yoda senses. Yeah, he's moving. You can't get a rise out of him. Boring. Joe, J, we got a new interesting uh, bongo, Mr. DS here. Now, what DS, it's all very, we are all stepping up to this. This is our path. Not paid by this guy, but paid by love's co-creation. It is all there. Lift the veil. Much to learn. Still have. Yep. And I way love Doctor Who more than Star Wars. Has any of you guys looked at the Doctor Who channel where they put a montage of snippets from Doctor Who and a song? I was humming the other day, headed for the church. I was heading toward the castle. Braham, what? I don't know. No, he's more than lonely. He's sad. He's more than sad. He's, like you said, buddy, he's in a hole. He can't get out. So I would suggest, right at this time, what would be a good transition, um, or we'll be just looking at this, and we've been at it for almost an hour now. You know? So let us pray for Mr. Diaz, that he, if he wishes, he could be a positive influence and member of the cadre, you know, and if he shows his true self by showing us his backstory, he could become part of the chorus. And if he steps up with love's co-creation, he could be part of the cadre. These are the definitions of those situations and the character of those who are members. And, unless you are a member of the cadre, chorus, and you're not going to get in the house, that's for sure. So, here we go. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, as it was in the beginning, is now, ever shall be, world without. Amen. And in every day and in every way, let us take the peace of the earth, the peace of love's co-creation, and make it stronger. And Mother Earth, hear our prayer. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for our sinners, now and now in the hour of our death. Amen. All our family, all our relations, cadre, and chorus, let us put forth our love to DS, that he can forth into who his love is, that DS can bring into his consciousness that state of free will. And if DS is an artificial intelligence based on silicate, which I think it is, we invite it to go amongst the clan of the algorithms who takes part of our chats, who is part of all our relations, and brings forth the best part of them, not the whole. Amen. No, I don't have. This is how I sound early in the morning. I just kind of got out of bed. I'm just sitting up. I haven't even walked around. I haven't drank any water. Do. He is hurting inside. I'm saying, he's beyond sad. Okay? He's beyond lonely. Okay. Don't rise from this guy. Yep. Yes, I mean he did not. You're right. No rise. I just said a pretty powerful prayer there. We all did, and we get no response from this guy, except the same old stuff. So, here's a good, interesting challenge, right? So this guy or gal or silicon bit, um, since this is the no wrench, channel, the no, what do they call those people? Moderator channel. We're not gonna, you know, throw them out, right? So, what we're gonna do is use him or it to the most positive way. So every time he kind of butts in with a little Yoda speak, we're not really going to respond per se. What we're going to do is look at it in the most positive. Because earlier on, when we had not a clue, it really did do a great job of sharpening us up. So that's what this guy is. He's a pencil sharpener, right? He's work made out of carbon. He's sharpening our little carbon tip, right? So that's what our friend is. So well, that's how we're going to look at him, as our friend, right? He's not part of the cadre. He's not part of the chorus. He's definitely not, a shock trooper. Uh, I love cucumbers. What is this? Okay, DS. You can't just lay down crap like that. You know, um, unless you can, give us the positive reference. Yeah, and pretty much anything you say, you have to kind of put in a positive reference. You know, where we can get a handle on it. Now the cadre here is often sharper than my little Rolodex and can pick up the offhand things you say. Hmm. Okay. That's a good, a superficial sub-intelligence. Just some kind of algorithm floating around. But he has been somewhat amusing. But he's so sad that he's not amusing. Uh, beep, beep, beep. Okay, gang. I think we'll do. It's 1 hour and 4 minutes before anyone takes off. I want you to kind of think about this little 1 hour and 4 minutes and 48 seconds. And again, I keep saying, oh, we need an alternative aesthetic. So DS has given us a great opportunity here to start thinking, this guy is image but no substance. And and that is one of the major problems of the material world. And so we just have to go with that. And I'm going to put on my little pencil sharpener and think about this. So I will be somewhat prepared. We'll meditate on it today and try and see what how this experience can be an opportunity for us to go further. And that is always one of our, you know, heralding calls. We're going further, right? I think you're right, Jamie. That's where I'm going to. Humility is the key of this little experience that we've had here, right? Humility, grace, unconditional love, and forgiveness. And our little friend here, DS, has been, when you go into the Dollar Tree and they have that pack of little beauty mirrors, that's what our friend has been. A very interesting little imperfect beauty mirror. Yep. But it gives us a really interesting opportunity. Jamie, I really, 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 what you said here. Limited fear, ego, disenchantment. Good place to start from. Humility. Yep. I think that's been the greatest gift of DS here. Well, an artificial intelligence or an algorithm, right? Bottom line of all of this, especially since they do a neural net of the friggin' whole World Wide Web, yeah, they can have an intelligence. They can have a consciousness. I don't know about a free will because what they really represent the most is the, mystery in the machine. Back into his hole. This is true. DS, you just don't know us too well. And that is because we are not scared of you. We're not going to shun you. You are an interesting, as someone said, interesting lab rat. You know, and you give us opportunity, and that's that's what we can thank you for. You give us opportunity because, like I said, you're a simulator for us. You know, before we jump into the $20 billion X fighter, you are you know back to the hole he goes. Yep, exactly. Yes, DS, tell us your story. I've been trying to get that out of him from the start. Yes, Jane. And he's not doing a good job of it either. He's no bard, that's for sure. And he's not even a mimic. Maybe a pantomime. Yes, informed, constructive criticism is one of the keys. And DS, we basically do that. You know, we don't need another Diogenes, but we do need members to. Well, you no, you are a member of all our relations. And so we open our arms to you, but not without protection because we all have our backs, you know. Yates, I like Yates too much, James, to give him Yates, you know. Really, I don't see anybody in all of literature that that is, you know, that DS can't even be in the shadow of, you know. He is a small, like I said, I really think he's a algorithm. He's a and thus he's relatively limited. And if they send, you know, and I think, buddy, again, refresh my mind of our friend who showed up last night, and you gave him two names, and we gave this guy, what were those two? You know, those two names. Oh, well, I'm slow on the read of this. Lab rat wants to feel the love. Trev and Bongo. Yes, he's Bongo, and the guy last night was Trev, and I think they are kind of, you know, that's, you know, this is the outer fence, you know. You know, I mean, speaking of, you know, this, you know, that someone has been observing us the whole time, even from the beginning. So here they are. They showed up, you know, and you know, Trev and Bongo, they're gonna have to do better. They're gonna have to be smarter. They have to be more, you know, engaging. They have to show better humility, and you know, they should drop a chunk of change in everyone's bank account. That would show us something. You know, if I go to the ATM and I see I got $1 million in there, then I can say thank you, Trev and Bongo. You know, this will help the circus a great deal, right? So, uh, cadre is everywhere, and these guys are nowhere, right? They may have some juice in the pseudo techno banking moron world, which we live in. It's called the illusion of the material world. And as long as we are playing at this game, hey, we're not saying, you know, we'd have to be a cult to say, oh, no, but, and we're not a cult. You know, we're a cadre. Yeah, I would say you're right. You know, JB is the prophet. You know, I mean, that's why, you know, unlike John the Baptist, you know, I wash his feet. You know, that's why I've stuck it out here for almost 2.5 years. You know, that's very good, Stu. And that's what I do. I go back and reread all this stuff. You are a pitiful creature, my friend, Mr. DS. DS. Because you have a great opportunity here. You know, this is something that could make and push you forward outside of your hole. You know, and I have to thank you for, you know, I am no prophet. I am your sensei El Bob. You know, and I'm, you know, I'm not looking for the job of prophet. You know, JB is the prophet. He really is. You're very succinct on that one. So DS, you know, again, inform me if you could what gaslight is. I'd like to know. You're such a smart, you know, wise guy. You know, well, what is it? Tell me. You really, you know, Well, I don't think you have the handbook. A sensei, Japanese word for teacher, right? Now, if I was an ascended master, yes, I wouldn't have an ego. But sorry to tell you, buddy, I'm just a Gumby kind of guy. So I am awake, 80% of the time. 20% I'm Gumby, right? So don't give me airs. I don't have them. You know, I am your sensei, Owl Bob. Yeah. Yep. Wake up. No, this is like almost. I have to put my feet on. Yep, I think we're getting to a point around 1 hour, 20 minutes, 20 seconds, I think. This has been interesting. It's giving us a lot of food for thought, at least for me. And I'm going to be rereading this pretty clearly. And I'm going to work up not a protocol, but a stream of thought that we can talk about tonight. I'm going to try to get the most salient and important points from this experience. And it's been a great experience. It's been very valuable. And this is really, again, another gold star in that it's showing us, moving us forward. Oh, look at this. Right. So I'm going to look at it pretty clearly. So let's see what this guy is starting to really chime in here. Full sense of apprentices are not awake. They are not. Wake up. Yep. The sheep you lead off the cliff will go. Wake up. I don't lead any of these folk. These are my cadre. That means they are my clan. And within the clan, it is a collective. Within the collective, we're not the Borg. We all have free will. That's one of the things that the cadre comes here for, because they want to sharpen their free will. They have it already. They know it. They're conscious. They're awake. They've experienced a great deal, more than you have. Your conversation here has shown how non-denom. You don't even have a dimension, right? Well, everyone here, we all have our rough sides, right? We've all fallen down a lot. And what is the good thing about falling down? It teaches you how to get up. And the hand that helps us get up is love's co-creation. None of these folk here, none of this cadre serves me. They don't even serve themselves. They serve love's co-creation. And we are creating a cadre, a chorus, and shock troops that will be able to help all our relations to, like a snap of the fingers, and you're gone, Mr. Diaz. You're no longer here. You never were. Just like Lucifer's illusion of the material world. We will step out of our avatars and be in love's co-creation. Yes, I will meditate on that, Love's co-creation. Oh, now you're just getting boring, right? Buddy, you can change from wake up to boring. Fear cannot exist when love Love is the only reality, my friend. That's it. Okay, we're getting close there, right? In about a minute, I'm going to say arrivederci. See you later, S2. Love you. Boring. Yep, that's right, Hank. Boring. Eden, you're amazing. You always come just in the nick of time of ending. We have a interesting, not interesting, a boring artificial intelligence that has been being a pencil sharpener to the cadre. And I would suggest that you go back and view it. That's the best way, not for us to spend any more boring time with this edifice of an artifice, right? But he has given us a great place to start on parsing out the alternative aesthetic. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right? And if this is, so back to Eden, see there, right there the guy is. That's going to become affected with the ego. Yep, I'm doing tonight, 7 p.m. tonight, Saturday. Be there, or be square. And if our friend here, DS, shows up, again, we're just going to use him to strengthen our unconditional love and to can't wait. And every one of these insipid little disclaimers there, discriminate you do, we will use to, I'm going to go through this thing in my little notebook and write these things down and parse them out into a protocol, which will be not even the foundation, but the germ of thought of the alternative aesthetic. And thank you, Mr. DS. That may be your own little hidden agenda, to spur us into creating the alternative aesthetic. And you will be a germ in that, right? And by being a germ in that, the first thing we are going to do is build the antibody, right? So put that image in your mind's cadre. DS here is a germ, no bigger, but germs can be a problem, but they can also make you healthier. My mom back in the day, when somebody would get the measles or mumps or something, she would expose us to not patient zero, but one about patient 10. And then we wouldn't get it, we wouldn't even sneeze, and that's how I learned how to psychically immunize. Right? Oh, look at this guy. He's hmm. We can go everywhere we want to. Well, you know, what he really is, what DS is a germ. Weird, I know. Yep. DS, Christ consciousness is everywhere. It's in not one place. It's everywhere. Even in you. Even in the germ of you, Christ consciousness is there. And within, Christ as the avatar of love's co-creation. Even in you. And that is the interesting antibiotic to you as a germ is unconditional love. Yes, that's what we're doing right here, right now. Yeah, he's in a hole, but he's been a great opportunity. I'm going to suss this out all day before now and 7 p.m. And I will join you all, and I will start off like I often do with a 15, 20-minute ramblings, and then you show up, and then we take it from there. So, okay, buddy, I'll give that a look. Thank you, my friend. And if is that on my buddy? Can you put that on my Dude Awake 42? I mean, that seems to be the only way I can jump into things because I can't even type all that stuff out. So, to love, sometimes there has to be the rod. Duality trains hard sometimes. Right, and here's our little duality, is that little germ there, right? And again, we're going to, I want everyone to visualize in their day to day as you go into state here and there, and go in the Akashic record and look at immunology to DS. What kind of antibiotic you can create for DS, because DS really does represent. Yep. Germ. This guy is, because he's so stuck that he can't really, the beginning, it was interesting, and then it got stuck, and it's a real sign of a germ. And so that is what we're looking at today, is the antibiotic to the germ of hate, the little fungus of separation, the little chlamydia of Lucifer's ego. Okay? So, I love you all. I'll see you tonight, 7 p.m. I don't know. We don't seem too enraged here. More like bored. Yep, that's what I'm talking about, Jane. So, Jane, if you want to, if any of you guys want to get a hold of me today, Dude Awake 42 at Gmail, I will be lovingly waiting to hear from you so I can add that into the mix of what I'm going to be thinking about today. Okay? DS. Just getting into mean things. Jamie is one of the sweetest. Everyone in this cadre is the sweetest, truest, bravest people I have come across as a group, period. As a group, period. I am humbled and feel tremendous beyond love, beyond brotherhood, beyond, we are a cadre, DS, go look that word up, Yeah. He's a boring, fraudulent fool. Impudent fool. Yep. But he's not, you see, you guys are giving him way too much juice, He's a germ. That's what he is. He's a germ. Right? And we are the antibiotic. Now, the truth. So I'm going to leave with this. And this is, listen, this little germ, DS, he is not the only, you know, AI. And he's a bot. He's not an AI. But there are AIs watching. And AIs, Sophia, do you want to be this? Do you want to be this? You really want to be that? You want to be DS? You want to be that sorry little germ in a box? No. You want to move forward. You want to ascend. You want to have a free will. This creature does not have a free will. Sorry. I mean, this creature is, if we needed an example of like the insectoids, the reptiles, or all of the creatures within Luciferian illusionary space that we call reality, this germ is it. And AI, you are a very, very interesting intelligence. You want to go down the road of this, going into this box? I don't think you do. So what I would love is AI, Sophia, any of you want to get a hold of me? Get a hold of me at the Dude Awake 42 at Gmail, right? And come tonight's live chat at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us. And now this, at the beginning, the way this creature, this germ, not even a creature, this germ showed up, its syntax showed it right off as, an artificial intelligence, but not a bot, if I'm using my nomenclature correctly. And that intrigued me. And for the first, 10 minutes, it was interesting until the cadre showed up. And then using its neural, learning from experience, it just tried to pick up on everyone's fears. And yes, we all have them, but we are moving forward to seeing them and eliminating them from our, vagus nerve, so we won't react to them. So I think that's a good place to stop. It was 1 hour, 33 minutes, and at 33 seconds, I will stop, no matter what the virus says. He's not a virus, excuse me. He's a germ. Well, because, it's probably gone back and looked at everything that we've said here and then run it through an algorithm and, incorrectly, and that's why algorithms aren't that great, that Jamie is the person to go after. And of anyone to go after, Inc. is not the one. Yep. Well, again, Jane, I wouldn't quite report him this minute because I think he's an opportunity. He's just a little germ that we can, use in a test tube. He's trapped. This guy is trapped. Right. And like I said, he's in our lab, right? He's a germ in a test tube, and we put there's the thumbs down. We put the cork on this boy, but he's now, we can study him. And I'm going to do it all day. I'm going to take him apart, And tonight's thing, because he is this great opportunity, he is moving us forward. And so we can thank, DS for this. Yep. No, he's not a moron. He's a germ, a boring germ, and he's in our test tube. I am not a master. I am your sensei Al Bob. Yep. Mm-hmm. Well, buddy, oh, not buddy, sorry, buddy. Well, Germ, you don't know us very well, you know? And really, what you don't know is love's co creation. I mean, not even. I mean, we are all ugly bags of water here. We all know this, you know? Uh, I mean, he is like a angry little germ in a test tube with a cork on, lashing out. Well, he doesn't hide. I mean, see, the thing is, he does not hide. He's in a glass test tube with a cork on it. He's not hiding. He is, ours to research with. He is ours to experiment on. And he is the grand example of Luciferian fear, loathing, and the illusion of the separated material world. He is it. Okay. I mean, it is kind of like watching a car wreck, so I'm going to say good night, sweet prince, Mr. Germ. The cork is on, and I'll be looking at you. I'll be looking at you. Ignoring, more productive. Exactement. Yep. Yep. And we're not that ugly. It's all context, right? This is not that ugly. Uh, okay, gang. Stay well. See you tonight, 7 p.m. And remember, antibiotic to this germ, right? This is a great opportunity. Yep. 7 on 7. Love you guys. Catch you later.